we are live.
All right.
Yeah.
Cheers, y'all.
Cheers. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. StreamYard keeps wanting me to share my referral link. I don't want to share a referral link. They're too damn expensive. I wouldn't want anybody to fall for that. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
So cheers.
Cheers.
We
y'all.
have one more week before the bottle giveaway.
Oh, okay.
And I am getting myself all caught back up again. Charles and stuff's going to go out tomorrow. And I already have the labels printed and everything, but I had to get Top Dog stuff packed up. Y'all realize I haven't been able to catch up on this stuff. Getting all those kits together. That's why I quit doing the nosing kit, because it takes too long. You know, when someone wins, and then I have to get all that stuff. It's just I have scarce little time. But I got it. I finally got it done. I had one piece left on that thing. Now, here's the other thing too. It's almost impossible to coordinate. And I know I said I was going to give custom bamboo toppers. That ain't going to happen because it would delay it even longer, because my wife has to do that on the laser engraver. That's her toy, not mine. And even though she trusts that I could probably do it, she don't want me touching her toys.
So, I don't blame her.
Yeah, I don't blame her either. You know, if she wanted to borrow my motorcycle, I'd be like, no.
Nope.
Nope. Are you sure? No.
There's with Marty Whiskey Nose.
Be like, hey, you wreck it. You wreck it. You bought it.
There you go. I got on a Whiskey Nose t-shirt here.
There you go. Yeah, I was in rotation. My shirt came up, and that you know, that one that's got the Glencairn on it. It says, well, that's neat.
Yeah.
I always like to wear that one on prize night. So it came up in rotation. So I moved it and then put this one on and put it back down for next week. So
okay.
I don't know why. That's my lucky shirt for the prize night. Even though we give away samples every night. Oh, and I already picked my samples. I know that the video is going to say that it's a mystery box, but I already know what I'm sending. So if somebody wins it, if y'all want to know, I'll tell you. Otherwise, it can be a surprise. But because I already have them poured up over there.
Lori's hair.
All right, yeah, I got you down, Lori, because you gave me that that money to spread out, and this is the third one here. Or yeah,
this was my first pour.
Oh, trip! Oh, and I'm doing Eagle Rare. I had enough to pour. It was about a little over 2 ounces in that bottle of Eagle Rare. I went on ahead and killed it.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, I'm getting close with that one here. Might as well sip on this one here a little bit. It's getting low.
I'm hoping I can find an Eagle Rare when I'm in Arkansas. They should be. I mean, Buffalo Traces had plenty of time to get their shit back out again, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, about one more pour of that left. The Jura.
Jura?
Jura.
Yeah, I have some of that cheap ass shit.
The 10-year.
Yep, Jura 10.
Yeah,
that's what I got.
That's all that's left in that one there. So.
That, as far as peated scotch, is barely peated.
Yeah, well, this was finished in Oloroso sherry butts.
Oh, okay. Well, that might be better than mine. I've got the cheap old Jura 10, just regular.
Yeah, it's just a real light one.
Yeah, to me, it has I don't know. There was this little funky aftertaste with it. Not the peat. I didn't mind the peat, and I think the peat in it is okay. Yeah, starting down low. That's what I'm saying, Sugar Kitty. But there's a cheap there is a cheap note to Jura that I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even with that sherry, it's a little weird, sweet, kind of
Yeah.
odd sherry.
And what I like doing with it is making I call it a smoky old fashioned,
Mm-hmm.
which I know old fashioned is supposed to be bourbon, but it's fucking whiskey. So I put it in there, and I hide the flavor of it. Put it that way.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Sugar Kitty, got to start somewhere,
Yeah.
All right, what's that first
Mm.
hashtag?
All right, Haitian tags. Tonight we are doing. Let me check my notes here. We are doing milk, fur, and or haul animals. So you can either get milk and or fur from these animals, and or you can use them as pack animals. So I don't know. I didn't have a lot of time. I came up with something.
All right.
The hashtags don't matter, but here we go. The first one is an elephant.
So pachyderm.
And they use them over in a lot of places to either ride them, or they use them as whole, pack animals.
It's a Jura hug. Lori wants to know what you were saying to her.
What? Wait.
What were you saying to Lori? I think it was about the.
I said that I had her in because that money I'm spreading it out, so she still has like entries coming in.
I got you.
Yeah, so she's in. She's actually in tonight, next week, and when I get back.
Okay.
So she had 10 last week, 10 entries this week, which that's $5 and $5, right? So 10 entries last week, 10 entries this week, 10 entries next week, which goes to the next bottle pour or bottle giveaway, bottle pour. And then we're going to take a 3-week off, and then she'll get 10 when I get back. That first week we're back.
Okay. Oh goodness. Yeah. Like Sugar Kitty's right. I need something else besides a Jura.
And if anybody else wants to make that arrangement, I have a spreadsheet right now. It's just Lori in it. But if anybody wants to say, hey, I want to send you, like, for as an example, I'm going to send you $20, but for the month, but I want $5 entries per weekly show, right? I can track it, and that's 10 entries per week. Just bam, bam, bam. But for her, that's works out for her because she has trouble. She's visually impaired. It's hard for her to do. So she gets help doing that on PayPal, and it works. And then I track it and then put the entries in.
Yeah. She said, "Okay, I'll send you another 20 if I can afford to cut the break up sideways."
I wouldn't worry about it right now, Lori. I'll let you know because I'm like after next week, you still have 10 entries coming for another week, but we're going to be off for 3, and then by then it's going to be the end of the next month. So just wait on that. I mean, if you want to get it to me, that's fine. I can put it in the spreadsheet, and then but you're going to be a month ahead if you're not careful. Yeah. After I get back from vacation. Yeah. Put it that way.
Yeah. That's the only Jura that I've bought, and I'm not likely to pick up another one.
I didn't, luckily for me, I didn't pay for this Jura. It came in a Scotch tasting.
Huh.
I signed up for, and it was, what did they send? They sent 3 Scotches, and one of them was the Jura. The others are gone. I can't remember what they freaking sent. Because the other ones I drank up, and the Jura's still down there. That's how you know what's good and what's not.
Yeah. Well, that one I've had for a while, and I've go back to it occasionally just to go. I forgot what that's like. When I try it, I go, oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's It's not that good. I should probably just go ahead and finish it off and be done with it.
Yeah, normally when I sign up for those tastings and stuff, they'll send like the 300 or 350 or whatever milliliter.
375.
375, that's what it is. I call it pocket flask. You know, they'll send that. But that one I signed up for, they sent 700 liter or 700 milliliter, 750, whatever.
Dang.
Yeah, it was a full damn bottles. I was like, holy crap, that box is heavy. And when I got it in, and they always send like some glass in there or something. Oh, I remember it was the Dalmore. Yeah, the Dalmore 12, the Jura 10, and gosh, I can't remember what the other one was. But it was Dalmore was the Highland, and then the Jura, and then there was a Speyside, I think. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not much on that Euro.
No, I've had it. It's been said. That's why the reason I can't remember is this was like over a year ago.
It's got kind of an odd new make taste to it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It tastes really young, but even though it's 10 years old, it just yeah.
It didn't get much from an Olorosos, but at least this one didn't.
Oh, I can get my hands on some amaretto. I know where to buy it. Yeah, make a Godfather with the Jura. Okay. Hey, it's just been sitting down there. I've made a couple of old fashions. I call them old fashions, but they're Scotch fashions or whatever. But I've made a couple of those with it. But other than that, it's just been sitting down there staring at me every time I walk by.
Trying to bite you on the ankle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like one of them little angry Chihuahua dogs or something.
Hell yeah, they're vicious.
Yeah.
Chew an ankle right off.
Oh man. All right, we got a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna spin. Oh, Rusty Nail, you know.
Yeah,
that's a drink. Yeah. Man, I have been digging me some. Now, that's one thing. I've had scarce little to drink over the past week. I've been trying to, lay off a little bit, and the only thing I've had to drink in like several days is a martini, a dirty martini, and I only had one. It was only because I bought a different kind of olive brine to make a dirty, and the other olive brine I bought, the first one, I bought it at Lowe's Foods, which is kind of like Whole Foods or Central Market. It's overpriced, put it that way. I mean, it's good shit, but it's overpriced. And it was like $8 or $9 for that little bottle. And then I found one at my local grocery store, which is like a cheaper brand, for like $4. So half the price. Yeah. And I was like, and it's the same size bottle. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try that. And so I grabbed one, and of course I had to taste it to make sure it's good. Yeah. So I made one, and it's okay. There's a little, I think a little more soury flavor to it than the really expensive one, but I think I can get used to it. I can adjust how much I put in it, whatever.
There you go.
I think it's actually a little stronger than the other one. And so I can actually probably put less, and it'll make more drinks out of the bottle. But with that, I'm going to spin here. But no, I had to sample it. But anyway, I'll tell you the rest of the story. Let's get this thing spun. All right, here we go. Good luck, all 15. This is worth one entry to the bottle giveaway, and this entry will go in for next week.
Oh.
Boom, wigwag.
Oh, that'll do it.
All right. That is another entry to the bottle giveaway, which is next week. All right, let me set this next one.
Need a little something to smack the taste of that Jura out of my mouth.
Yeah, that cheap stuff like that is fine for a little bit, and then
Old Forester.
it starts getting to you after a little bit, and then once it sets in, it keeps dragging you down. All right, these are yaks here, yakety yak, don't talk back, and all that shit. So there we go.
Kind of like a buffalo or water buffalo or something.
Yeah. And if you're just joining, I had to come up with something quick, so I came up, and the hashtags don't matter. I could just put 1, 2, 3, 4 on them or whatever. But these are animals that you can get milk, fur, or use them as pack animals. So I just came up with a bunch of them from around the world, by the way, from around the world.
Yeah, close enough, Bourbon or Ben. Close enough.
What did Ben say?
Yankees.
Oh, Yankees.
Hashtag Yankees.
Of
course, he kind of resembles that, being up north.
Woo! Here's what I was going to say. I haven't had straight whiskey since last Thursday.
Oh, dang.
I mean, that was it. I'm trying to, get some dry time in. Because I know what's going to happen when I go to Arkansas. So, I want my liver to be thanking me when I get there. And, I mean, not that we're going to get plastered or anything, but we'll drink here and there. I'm just trying to, do myself a favor, put it that way. But, man, it's like, it's burning the back of my throat. I can tell you that. And it hadn't done that in so long. It's crazy.
This one's liable to. It's a lot proofier. 130.
Well, and I'm just on Eagle Rare. I have a cast strength reserve down here that I'm going to drink later. This is middle of the road whiskey here. Yeah, Eagle Rare is what is it? Yeah, it's 90. See? 90 proofer. Scratching the back of my throat here.
That's definitely got a lot more flavor and punch than that Jura does.
Mm-hmm. What'd you pour?
Old Forester single barrel pick.
Oh, single barrel pick. Okay. Yeah, I was talking with Dad
on this thing. I went from 80 proof to 130.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah,
that definitely smacked the taste of the Jura out of my mouth.
I am going to go to this. I love this, by the way. This is a Heaven's Door. This is the Decade, 10-year, and I'm going to finish it off after this one. And then after that, I have. Might as well enjoy it. That's the 2006 Belle Meade Cast Strength Reserve. I'm going to do it. Now, it's only 111.2 proof. So, yeah.
Where's Mountain View? Is that Georgia?
What's that?
Mountain View.
Mountain View.
Mr. Richie J says we're going to Mountain View next month.
Oh. Well, I've been to several Mountain Views.
What is my Belle Meade Reserve? Oh, it's at 108.3. Actually, that's one of the few bottles on my shelf that I have.
Mountain View, Arkansas.
Okay.
God, that sounded familiar. Where the See, I've only had a little bit to drink, and I can't even remember where Mountain View is.
Hey, Jerry J.
Well, I am going to be in Arkansas at the end of next week. 1 week from tomorrow, I will be probably about 4 in the afternoon ish. I'll be in Arkansas, local time, because I gain an hour going. That's why I'll be there. I will be there at about 4 in the afternoon or so, and it'll feel like 9 at night.
Yeah,
because it's a 14-hour drive or whatever, but I just drive it straight through.
That's about what it is here to when I go to Kentucky. It was about 12 and a half to 13
Yeah.
thereabouts. I drive it straight through all the time too.
Arkansas. Yeah, that was funny. We were in Kansas driving. I was listening to the radio, and they call it. It's the same river. It's the Arkansas River that goes down to the Mississippi, but in Kansas, it's called the Little Arkansas River.
Uh-huh.
That's the way they say it there. I was like, yeah, y'all go right on ahead.
Borders Kansas, you know.
Yeah, now, yeah, I've got a lot planned, but I got so Big Daddy H is on here, and kind of for his birthday, I got him a pellet grill smoker, one of them Z grills.
Yeah,
and we're going to be doing some cooking on that. So the way this is going to go is I'm going to go next week, and I'll be there that weekend, and then I'm going to work from their house for a week, and then May the 4th be with you is on a Sunday, and that's my birthday. So I'm taking that whole next week off from work, and I won't be working, and I'll be at their house. So we don't really have a lot planned. I'd rather play it by ear and just cook good food, eat good things, hang with folks, go to the liquor stores around there, here and there, see what I can find. I'm not looking to go spend $1,000 this time. I mean, that's not what this trip's about. I'm just going to hang out, and I'll spend a couple $100 or something, but on if I find the right stuff. But
yeah, I need to go to my local specs that I found. I got one that's real close to me, but it's compared to this other one that I found up the road. It's about 25 minutes from here. But that one, man, their selection of whiskeys and scotch in general is just freaking huge. They had a huge selection. I'm like, oh, I've got to come back to this one. There's a bunch of them that I don't even know about.
Yeah, the Arkansas River runs up north of Tulsa, but then it runs up into Kansas.
Oh. Gotcha.
Or down from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the flooding in Kentucky is finally going down. Buffalo Trace coming out from underneath the water.
Yeah, and they're going to use it as an excuse to make things rare again.
Oh, yeah. Flood barrels.
Flood barrel. Oh, that's what I want. I want, it's better than, what's it? Jefferson's Ocean. This is slosh around flood barrels. That's what
hopping around in sewage and Mississippi mud water. Yeah, tasty.
Yeah, but it's sealed on the inside.
Well, maybe. We hope so.
We hope so. Yeah. Hey, if it got a little mud water in there, we call it.
Yeah, it gives you that nice earthy note.
That's right. Yeah. So if you get a bottle that has a nice earthy note to it, you can thank the Kentucky mud flood for that.
Bourbon engineer. This barrels contain mercury. Ooh, even better. Get that good old Mad Hatter's disease. You can go nuts.
It's odd to me. Oh, no. I've got so many bottles of Rocktown here. I get that every time I go. I have the regular. I've got the regular, the Bottled in Bond, and the cast strength on the Rocktowns. And they're good. It's I don't have to write home. I can just go there and tell them about it. But it's nothing to write home about. Rocktown's a good bourbon. I really like. I think their sweet spot is their bottled and bond. But I think as they get a little more time under their belt, that their cast strength is, if they don't make it 130 hot fucking proof, it'll be all right. Okay, so here we go. Next one. Good luck, everybody. Another entry to the bottle give. I tell you what, man, this is just going to my head pretty quick. You don't drink all week long, Fulton, and you
way to go, Fulton. About time he got one.
It gets to you right quick. Damn.
Yeah. Especially when you start getting on the higher proof stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna do it tonight. I'll pay for it tomorrow.
Now, just remember, hydration is key.
You know, it's funny how you mentioned something earlier when I brought up yak, because now it is water buffalo. See, we were thinking the same, because I came up with yak and I was like, well, then there's water buffalo, and that's a whole different part of the world, you know.
Yeah. Different part of the world. And
yeah, a yak is a cold weather water buffalo.
There you go.
I can't probably, but
I remember using water buffalo for like plowing rice fields and stuff.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
And I call that pack animal, you know. But yak fur or yak, you know, they can shear yaks.
Oh, okay.
Yak wool, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
They get big and shaggy.
Like a big fuzzy dog.
A
with horns.
Huge fuzzy dog with horns. Yeah.
I guess you could probably milk either one of those and, you know, have milk or make cheese out of it or something like that.
Now, the water buffalo, well, there's a Italian version of that buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they make the real mozzarella cheese out of.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why you can't get the same. Like if you go to Italy and visit and you eat mozzarella over there, it's 90% of it's buffalo milk. And I'm not talking about bison, but real buffaloes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not mistaken identity buffaloes. That's what we have here.
Uh-oh. Call the medic. Bottle down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Heaven's Door 10-year gone. And now my girlfriend's trying to call me. Her name is Potential Spam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she calls all the damn time.
Yeah. I've been getting 3 or 4 AI-generated phone calls from her every day.
Yep. Oh, she's calling you too. See it 2-timing heifer.
Uh-huh. You know? Trying to get me to get into Medicare, Medicaid, or something or another. I don't know.
I don't know. She keeps wanting me to take out a loan, and I don't need one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can milk anything. Meet the parents. Mm.
Oh, okay, Fulton. Well, that's good. You can hang out with us tonight then.
There you go. All right. Well, I poured about the same healthy pour.
Jeez. I go good 2.5.
Yeah, 2 1/4, somewhere along in there. But it was just about the same amount. But I guarantee you this is one of my favorites right here.
What was the proof on that one? Is it 100 proofer?
No. I'm wondering. I think it was hang on. I was wondering why it's cloudy. It's probably just the no, let me look. Yeah, 100. 100. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So I went from 90 to 100, and then I'll go to the 111.2.
Okay.
And
That's
then,
not bad.
And then sky's the limit after that. Gosh, I tell you right now, I like this Heaven's Door Decade, that 10-year.
Yeah. That reminds me, I need to send you a sample of that Corbin Cash pick.
Oh, I know what it is now. Because I looked down through the glass and the whiskey's clear.
Mm-hmm.
I have been Handling well, it's the glare from the studio lights. These lights are out. My pot lights are out. My recessed lighting in here, and I need to get them fixed so that I can have a light coming straight down on me. But I don't have that right now.
Yep. Yep. Me too, Fulton. Probably the same people.
Now, y'all watch me this week. I'm going to drink some tonight. Next week, I'm not going to drink anything on the show. Because I'll be going to bed right after the show's over and getting up just in a few hours later. See, 10, 11, 12, 1, about 5 hours. I'll get about 5 hours sleep and then head out.
Yeah, that's enough.
Oh, it's plenty when you don't have anything to drink. Yeah. It's plenty.
Oh, yeah. Better get you one there, Mr. Richie J.
Yeah, I know. I said pot lights. I meant the other pots. They recess into the ceiling. Yeah.
Well, you know, it is almost 420. So, you know.
That's right. Yeah, those are the true pot lights. They're the UV.
Yep. All right, Mr. Richie J. The rye barrel proof. Definitely get a backup. I've got one up there, and that rye is really good. At least the one that I have. I don't know, because it's a barrel proof, so they're going to be a little bit different. But I was impressed.
Yeah, Jerry J. I've grown just about everything at one point in time or another. And I have even helped someone with that endeavor.
Well, it's just a plant.
Has it? Well, and it grows like a weed.
Yeah, well, it is a weed. It used to grow along the banks of the Potomac.
Well, what you can do with that, though, is if you know how to do the fertilizer and put the right nutrients in there, you can have some pretty healthy
weeds,
plants. Yeah. And you get the right UV and yep.
I'm not going to mess with it. At least not down here in Texas. They're pissy. I don't think they're going to legalize anytime soon. Well, I don't know. They might. You never can tell.
Well, I think
figure out that they can actually make some, get some good tax money out of it. They're probably, say, yeah, everybody can grow. We just want tax.
That's the most thing. Well, and that's why the homebrew shit, and the home distillation. Well, and people don't realize too that. Have you ever done the ice distillation?
No.
So distillation is concentration of alcohol, right?
Yeah, and you distill it.
Right. But you can distill it with heat and you can steam steam it over and then it drips. Or you can do the opposite. You can put it in a freezer. So water freezes at 32 and alcohol, pure ethanol freezes at what is it? Like a fucking
I don't know.
A lot, 172 or whatever frick it is. That's why you can put vodka in the freezer and it won't freeze, right?
Yeah.
But if you take and I'm not recommending anybody do this, I'm not condoning it, but if you go buy a bottle of wine from the grocery store and pour it into a container that has maybe a spout or something at the bottom of it, you can, or just strain it. You can just turn it upside down and let it drain. But you pour that bottle of wine, you need to get it out of that bottle because it'll bust the bottle if you don't. But pour it over into a sun tea container or something.
Gotcha.
And put several bottles in there and let it freeze and then turn the tap on and let it drip out.
Yeah.
And what happens is all that fortified wine drips out, which is the non-frozen alcohol, and all you're left with is ice behind it.
Oh.
That's where Ice House. That's how Ice House makes their beer stronger. They freeze it. All right, we got to spin again.
Okay.
I thought we just spun, but we didn't. Okay.
Ice fine.
All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. But no, you can freeze water and then you drain the alcohol off of it, and then Mr. Mom,
Congratulations,
and
sir.
you have distilled the alcohol out.
Yep.
Whether that's legal or not is up for you to decide. But
I think
it's not legal. I can tell
you can make your own beer and your own wines as long as you're not selling them.
Well, but in a lot of states, it's illegal to produce spirits of higher than a certain alcohol content.
Oh, pure ethanol freezes at 173.2.
173. Yeah, I knew it was up there.
Minus 173.2.
Well, I meant, yeah, minus 170.
You're talking like dry ice temps.
Yeah. But if you just bring it down, this is cows. I believe I don't have to explain how we can get milk and cheese from them. Anyway, there we go. But yeah, if you can freeze that and then pour any liquid left off of it, and that's going to be a higher, more concentrated alcohol content than what was in there. The problem is with that method, just to warn people, there's nothing wrong. Like, it's not going to hurt you, but it could potentially give you a damn heavy hangover.
Yeah.
If you over imbibe in it.
Yeah. Well, if I was going to do something like that, I would probably prefer the actual distillation. Like you're talking, like heat it up and do it that way, because then you have a lot more control over getting the really higher alcohols off of it.
Yep. Well, you can get the impurities out of it.
Yeah, get all the impurities and the weirdness.
When you freeze it, you need to have a clean alcohol going in, because you're not going to get any impurities out in the freezing process. There's no heads and tails with the freezing process. It's whatever's left over comes out.
Yep.
Right. Yep. And there is no right. So when you go through the steaming process, some of those impurities come over, and you can split, the hearts out. And that's why more distillation process up to a point works. And then after that, it's really, you're doing it for nothing,
Yeah.
But now, I mean, you can do it, you can concentrate it, but that's where Bud Ice, Ice House, and those ice beer, that's all they do is they put it through a freezing process, but not very much, where it has a bunch of crystals in there. Mm-hmm. And all they're doing is just removing a little bit of the water and concentrating the alcohol.
Sounds like chill filtration.
Yeah, pretty much.
But I got you there, Guani.
But basically, that's what an ice beer is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like you can take a 5-point beer and turn it into a 8 or 9 with just a little bit of freezing and get those crystals out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather just stick with something like a Guinness, for the extra proof.
Yeah. I mean, if you really want to hurt yourself, just make Boilermakers and just put you a shot of whiskey per every 6 ounces of beer. And
yep, there you go.
There you go.
Just drop your shot in the mug and whoosh.
All winds up now are void. Oh, Guani. Okay, well, now we know it's rigged again. Guani rigged it.
Of course.
I don't think I'm going to be talking straight by the end of this. I don't know. I might be. We'll see. Do I sound drunk yet?
No.
Okay, good.
Done pretty good so far.
Good.
You might have
to
it's
only
get you an extra water or something, though.
Well, I have water here. I'm drinking.
Okay.
But man, not drinking. It's probably a lot cheaper. You don't drink for several days, and you can just drink a little bit, and it puts you where you need to be. I mean, that's just economics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can bet though my next pour is not going to be 130 proof though.
No, mine's definitely not going to be.
I'm going to need something a little lighter than that.
Now this weekend, I've got a couple of so far, Jerry J. Yeah, so far. I try to keep it together for at least this hour and a half, that I'm on here, or 45 or whatever. But after that, all bets are off. But no, what I want to do is this weekend I have three goals. One, get everything shipped, including whoever wins tonight, which we'll get into that shortly.
Okay.
And then have everything shipped out that I owe. It's done. Yeah. Then next week, you're going to ship the bottle, but there may be a 1 day delay when I get you the money.
Oh, okay. No worries.
Because YouTube money has to come in.
Gotcha.
And they process it. We get paid on like the 22nd or 23rd, but there's a 2-day hold on the money. So if it comes in on the 25th, I'll be traveling all day long, and I'll be shit tired when I get there. Yeah. So I may send it to you that Saturday after the spin next week.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, because I'll be at my parents' house. That'll be I'll have a good night's sleep, get up. The money should definitely be in the account. I will send you the money to send the bottle. Boom. It's just the way it's working out.
Yeah, we'll go with a little bit of rice whiskey.
Oh, is it Easter? When's Easter?
This weekend.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn. My humans in the house are too old for Easter, I think. I say that because we have very young animals here and there, but they don't care about hunting Easter eggs. So,
batch number 124. Have you tried this one yet, Jody?
No, I have not.
JT Mellick?
No, that's that Louisiana.
Yeah. Louisiana rice whiskey?
Yeah, no, boy, I tell you what. I shy away. I'll tell you, I've had not good luck with rice, with things made from rice.
Huh. It's good. I mean, it's a pretty dark whiskey.
Yeah,
it's quite good. It tastes like a whiskey, like a normal whiskey.
Yeah,
a slightly different nose.
I don't know, man. I'll try it. If I had a pour, but
I mean, it's not like soju or sake.
Well, I know, but goddamn rice. I don't know what it is about rice. Budweiser is rice. They use a lot of rice, and it gives me a headache.
Oh yeah.
Sake, soju. All that stuff. It just. I have to be careful with it. Like I like some of it, but I can't. I have to get off that and get on something else. Like enjoy a couple of pours of it and then leave it alone.
Yeah.
And then if I'm gonna get silly, I need to get silly on something else. Because if I get silly on something made from rice,
I will sneak up on you.
It hurts the next day.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't poured a lot of this one. I mean, I've had it for a little while now. I've gotten through more than half the bottle, and it's a good whiskey. I'm impressed.
Okay, good. Oh, damn. It's time to spin already? Holy shit. I'm losing time over here, guys.
I don't know.
I think I got abducted. All right. Good luck, everybody. Here's another entry. Yeah, I lost time.
This dang YouTube is still telling me top message.
Jimmy's random content.
All right, Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Every time I see Jimmy's in the chat there, it immediately goes to South Park. Jimmy.
Yeah. Jimmy. Yeah. All right. Oh, hurry up, StreamYard. Come on.
Right, Sugar Kitty.
Lag in the background over here. I don't mind lag when shit is free, but seeing what we paid last year for StreamYard, they can eat a big, long, freaking donkey, whatever. Because if I get, and I have a gig internet, it's not me, it's you.
Yeah.
And if you're going to charge me that much money, I want my BMW to have everything stitched in leather, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
God,
for sure.
No. Don't charge that much and then fuck me over. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is you're not going to get any fur off this thing. But you can get goat cheese, milk, And you can put little packs on his back, He can carry a few bottles. I remember that we were out. Gosh, where were we? Oh, that was in Montana, and the guy had donkey, asses. The mules, or not mules, but he had donkeys, asses, whatever. He called them asses, and he had those packed up, and then he had goats tied off to them behind them, and the goats were carrying the water packs
instead of the donkeys.
Yeah, so the goats were following tied off behind the donkeys.
Okay,
and they had big, not big, but like these water saddles on them, and that's all they had. And then the donkeys, they had tents and
I got
all
you.
that shit on it, and camping gear, the cooking pots and all that type of stuff. And then they were riding horses, and they had their little personal sleeping bag rolled behind them, and just personal stuff in their saddlebags. So the horses, all they had to carry was like a sleeping bag and a couple of things in that person. And then they had a rope going back to the donkey that had all the gear. And then the goat, it was funny. It was so funny to watch. I mean, I didn't go with them. They were getting ready to go out. And my buddy, he was like, "Come on with me. You got to see this."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when they took off, there was like 4 of them.
There you go. If it wasn't for Guani, Jimmy wouldn't have got that win.
That's right. Well, hopefully, I can't remember anything we've talked about tonight, hardly, but
that's all right. You can always go back and watch the restream.
Man, I tell you what, though, not drinking very much for a week gets you. It really gets you. You have muscle memory, on doing this.
Yeah.
But boy, it goes to your head, man.
There you go, bourbon. Come on, get on.
Wait.
Dehydrated diet waters, sugar-free, colorless, non-GMO, keto-friendly, water-flavored diet water.
Whatever. I'm gonna drink water flavor.
Flavors available, but mostly water. Just add water.
I just added water to me. Well, and I'm sitting here, And normally I've already drank a freaking cheap date. That's yeah. But I bet you dime to a dozen. If I tried real hard by Sunday, I could drink you back under the table again.
I don't know that Jimmy actually drinks that much anymore.
Oh, I know, but right now he could keep up with me.
Yeah, more than likely.
No, I'm not trying to be proud of anything. I'm trying to be a little healthier, and I'm kind of happy with myself that I'm doing this. You know, because you gotta pay the piper one way or another. You know.
Yep.
I'd rather pay him this way and then be able to drink when I want to, than to drink everything I want to and then have to stop paying him altogether. You know.
Yeah. Moderation is key in everything, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you this: I have had
Peter White.
I have had zero problems though on nights where I'm just like, yeah, I ain't drinking tonight. You know, I've had zero problems doing that at all.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, last night I didn't have a sip of anything but some iced tea.
The only thing is I can't go to sleep. Like, I try to go to sleep and I'm like, I'm watching TV, and you know how you're watching things and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm getting pretty tired. It's time for bed. I don't hit that. When I'm not, like I'll be sitting there and go, holy crap, it's midnight. I got to turn this TV off and try to get some sleep, because I don't feel it yet. So I turn TV off and then I get all the lights off and I get the thunderstorm sound, the going. And even if I lay there for another hour before I go to sleep or whatever, it's okay, because when I don't drink anything, I don't need that much sleep.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Ew. Unsweetened tea. It's just wrong. Although there are quite a few people down here in Texas that like it. I mean,
can't
then again,
sweet tea.
Yeah, his dentist don't want him having any more sweets.
Oh, well, quit eating those Snicker bars and you can have sweet tea.
And the Twix and all those other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Go on, I agree.
Yeah. No, I mean, I would have to. It's sort of like working out, Like I haven't worked out for a week, and so I would have to work myself into that mode to be able to lift that much again. I'm kind of weak right now with the. But like I said, economics works, man. It's a lot. I'm a cheap date.
Yep.
Okay, we got to be getting close now. Yes, look, I actually paid attention before it got there. I'm going to go ahead and spin this one. And then I'm going to start talking about the other. All right, good luck, everybody. This is worth one entry to the bottle giveaway next week. Top Dog.
Hey, Cindy, how you doing?
All right, now I'm going to start talking about. Wait, what?
I just said hi to Cindy. And,
I thought you said, hey, nope.
And congratulations to Top Dog.
Oh, Top Dog. All right, now I'm going to start talking about the fact that Lori is the only one in, and that's fine. I'll just send her to the samples. But we are giving away samples, and I will tell you what they are. I'm going to play the video, but for every $1, you get 2 entries to the samples tonight and the bottle giveaway next week. And these samples that, oh, there's my alarm going off. The samples I'm giving away, let me set this. Well, did I already do the next hashtag? No, I did not.
No, not yet.
Okay, well, I got it prepped. I'll tell you what the samples are going to be. Whoops. Right after I go donk.
A donk donk.
It's a but honky tonk, but donk donk. That's it. Carry my shit through the Grand Canyon. Donkeys. That's it right there. Now, I'm doing a triple Heaven's Door giveaway tonight. Unless you want something different.
Okay.
Now, I will tell you this. I already poured the Heaven's Door. It's fine. I can save it till we're back, you know. But I went on ahead and poured it and labeled the bottles. But it's Heaven's Door, just the regular, then the double barrel whiskey, and the cask strength.
Okay.
Top Dog. Here we go.
Top Dog's in.
Well, that's going to make it more than one person.
Yep.
So it's I love Heaven's Door, by the way. It's not the Decade series, but if I remember correctly, Top Dog has 2 ounces of Decade coming. Because Top Dog won in Top Dog's box. And I sent the...
Oh, okay.
Right. So that would be, if Top Dog wins tonight, that would be 4 Heaven's Doors. But there's Mr. Richie J.
Cindy said if she remembers right, she liked the double, but it's been a while since she's had more than a taste.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing is, you know, it's good to revisit things every once in a while.
I don't know. James, he's asking you, is the Decades, it's a Dickel. Is it a Dickel product?
No.
Or a mix?
No?
Okay.
Mm-mm. Not that I know of. I mean, I have the bottle right here. And the bottle, aged 10 years, Decade series. Really, there's not a lot on this bottle. 20% rye in the mash bill. It's really good. Heaven's Door Spirits, Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah, this is Memphis, you know. Maybe. I don't know.
Man, yeah. Well, did it tell you where the source, distillery stores, where they were sourcing their whiskey from?
Memphis. But this one, but not all of
them. What distillery is in Memphis?
Blue Run or the Blue Note. Yeah, Blue Notes in Memphis. That's the only one I really know
of. The plantation rum.
I mean, I'm drinking the 10-year right now, and I can tell you it's fucking tasty.
Possibly Jerry J. I'll have to look around and see if I can find a bottle of that.
See, I have Blue Note Crossroads. That's Memphis. And honestly, that's the only one of note that I know of is Blue Note.
Yeah. Yep. Possibly, Jerry. I'll have to look around and see if I can find another bottle of that.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's that's a blend of like 4 or 5 different distilleries.
Oh yeah.
Blue Note. Which one's the butterfly? On the bottle.
No, that's Blue Run.
Okay.
But that's Kentucky.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I have both the Reflection one, the High Rye on the Blue Run,
Yeah.
and the Blue Run was I can't remember his name. So the master distiller that put Four Roses on the map. So before he
Here's Chris.
came along in the 80s and all, uh, Four Roses was never even sold in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came along and said, no, we're going to do we're going to put Four Roses on the map. And they did. And now everyone talks about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, people were talking about Four Roses. I mean, Four Roses never kept up, but yeah, you got the jute joint.
Well, yeah, this is the it's a pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, 121 proof.
Jerry J.
I don't need
And then I got you, Jerry.
I need something a little lighter and a little more scotchy.
But but the same master distiller that put Four Roses on the map, once he left there, he's the one that came up with the Blue Run, the Reflection one, and the High Rye, and the other.
Okay.
It's procured, but so they used a different, like that Blue Run doesn't have a distillery, right?
Yeah.
So he got with Kentucky Distillery.
NDP.
Yeah. No, it's not Indiana. It was Kentucky, but
no, I mean they're non.
I think it's Bardstown. I think it's Bardstown, but
okay.
He did his own thing, with them.
Yeah. Bardstown Distilling Company.
Mm-hmm. I think that's right. Don't quote me on it. I mean, I will always tell you don't quote me if I'm not sure.
Now, Mr. Mom, why have you got a bottle that's unopened? You bought it to try it.
You crack it. Crack that motherfucker.
Pop that top.
Crack it. Oh,
there we go. That's a little Petey.
That's like Ren and Stimpy. He's like, that episode where he's like, it said Universe Eliminator. And he said, push it. Push the button. You want to push it. And he keeps going. And then finally he hits the button. He goes, you idiot. Like that. It's like, but that crack it. You want to crack it. Crack the bottle. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You definitely got to crack it.
Yeah. We won't call you an idiot if you crack it. No.
They source from both Dickel and Green River.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
BBC bourbon. What is it? BBC. It's Green River Distillery. Yeah. Green River's been putting out some good stuff. And
boy, I tell you, the Green River, man.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that have been sourcing from Green River too.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the way they kind of set up,
Serious
But Green River puts out some really good stuff.
Serious, I like Scotch a lot.
Back pain meds and muscle relaxers.
I'm sipping on a Scotch now.
2.5 weeks without a pour. Oh yeah. Well, if you're on muscle relaxers, I have a story. You know what? I need to set up not like a OnlyFans, but like a behind the scenes thing where I can tell you about the real stories that I wouldn't tell on here. Because I have a story about muscle relaxers.
Oh, you mix those with a little bit of whiskey and look out, son.
Mm-hmm.
You're definitely going to be relaxed.
If you just take those, when I was taking a muscle relaxer, they were like teeny little pills, and I was trying to take those some bitches, and I was like, I took 2, and I was like, they're not doing anything, so I took 3 more, and then the next thing I remember, I was in the colonel's car heading toward the flight surgeon. And my face was pressed against the passenger window, and yeah.
Shoot, Kitty, why would you call it BBC and it's Bardstown Distilling Company? Wouldn't it be BDC? But I don't know.
I don't know, but here we go. Donk it out. Donk it out right there. This is worth 1 entry to next week's giveaway. Big Daddy H got another one.
Oh, congratulations there, Big Daddy. It was his birthday recently.
Hey, yeah, and he has a chance to win the bottle. I'll tell you what, Mark. What'll happen is, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I already stopped sharing. So anyway, man, I'm getting drunk. I'll tell you what happens. If Big Daddy H wins the bottle next week, I'll just buy him a bottle while I'm there.
I got you. Okay, Bardstown Bourbon Company. Thank you. I was getting confused.
Yeah, Bardstown. Yeah, BBC. Yeah, Bardstown.
What was that?
But I hate BBC because that's also the British Broadcasting, whatever thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like all the stuff.
Ela.
Sheep.
Yeah, sheep. Yeah, you can get
wool.
All kind of shit off of sheep. Yeah.
Pretty much.
They can carry stuff too. I mean, they can, but they're squirrely.
Yeah, they're a little squirrely for that.
But you can get lamb chops.
I would like some lamb chops now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's much better.
All right, I'm gonna go make the wheel right while we're early in this, because we have 4 entries now.
How about that? YouTube decided that I can see all the messages now. Finally.
Oh, goody!
Hey, it only took like an hour of the stream going before they go, oh yeah, would you like to see all messages or just top chat? Yeah. Now, serious. Right now, I'm actually sipping on a scotch, as you can tell from this light color. This is a Scarabus. It's an Islay Scotch. Got a little peat to it. It's really nice, a little smoky, a little sea salt. I like a scotch. I like that malty kind of sweetbread, shortbread, cookie note with a little fruit. Yummy.
I was gonna say, don't say sweetbread because that's something totally different.
No, not sweetbreads. No.
Yeah.
No, that's completely different.
Yeah, completely different. That's Thymusian. Okay, here we go.
Lamb chop was a sock puppet. True that, but actual lamb chops on the grill, rare, with a little bit of mint on there and some salt and pepper.
Yeah, what was her name? The lady that did lamb chops?
No idea.
Oh God, she had the puppet, the little thing, and that was lamb chops. Yeah.
Oh, there you go, James. Yeah. All this stuff here, it's a mix. I mean, this shelf
Lori,
here,
have you asked
Scotch. Back there is Irish. Up here it's bourbons and ryes. All this is still Austin.
Well, Lori, I got that message.
It's a mix.
See other messages.
Texas stuff is down here behind me. There's some rum and gin over there. I got a mix.
Sherry Lewis. That's it. Yeah, Sherry Lewis.
Sherry. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she had lamb chop. A little nitty. Well, Lori, I got that message, but I scrolled back
Lori,
up.
Some of your messages are not showing up, but we're seeing what we do see. We're acknowledging. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why some of the stuff is not showing up unless you're not hitting the send button or something.
Don't know.
No idea.
Boy, that is fantastic, dude. I'm drinking this
Cheers.
Bell Mead Cast Strength.
Oh yeah, that's good stuff.
Damn, that's good. They don't make
You can't beat it.
Well,
Nope.
and here it is. I'll never have this again.
Nope.
I will never have this again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you, Lori. Yeah. She says kind of figures you might not have been getting them because you weren't answering, so I just reset my tablet. Saw that.
Oh, okay. Yep. Saw that. All right.
There you go, Sirius. Yeah.
Yep.
Unplug it, plug it back in, or restart it.
Reboot.
You ain't got no gas in it.
I think some people don't know what Control Alt Delete is.
Yep.
Because it said I was doing a crossword puzzle and it said easy tech fix. And I'm like, well, reboot. No, that ain't it. You know, it was CTRL ALTDEL. That is
That's
not
Control Alt Delete.
Well, that's Control Alt Delete, but that only brings up a menu.
Yeah.
You know, you still have to select to restart or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, sometimes I have to shut my phone down because all of a sudden it just drops all the service. It doesn't pick up anything. I can't make a phone call. I'm like, what the hell? So I shut the phone down, restart it, and then it goes, oh, look, you got 5 bars. I'm like, really?
Yeah, Come Cyrus, on. the old way though, the cache actually fragmented, and now ever since goddamn, what was that, 2001 or whatever, or it doesn't fragment anymore. So there's no reason to have to do that. We had smarter ways of doing things, but yeah, before you could have fragmented files taking up all your Slack space.
Oh man, I'm not getting back into all the task manager.
Windows NT fixed that. Windows NT, when it came out in 90 whatever or 2000, that's what started fixing that fragmented bullshit at the end of the disk.
What you talking about, James Morgan? I'm a one finger hunting peck guy.
Hell, 4 fingers. All of mine are on the keyboard.
Yeah. Now this guy over here, he's
my thumbs are just the space bar, depending on which thumb hits the space bar. So eight fingers everywhere else. I mean, I type 120 words a minute though. So
no way. I could talk 120 words a minute, but I can't type them.
Yeah.
Fragmenting isn't as much issue with SSD. No idea what that means.
Solid state drive is SSD.
Oh, yeah.
No,
so
no.
Get into computer jargon.
Fragmenting hasn't been an issue since the late 90s or early 2000. I can't remember. I think it was around 99 or 98 because that was done. And now fragmenting is not even a thing anymore. Solid state drives didn't even come out till later. I mean, the iPad came out about the same time, that shit came out, which was way after fragmenting. Fragmenting is an old school fucking problem. It's sort of like dropping your punch cards on the floor. We don't do that anymore.
I'm with you, Peter.
Yeah, the FAT had fragmentation, but NT, it had some of those issues at first, NTFS, but then they continued to make it better over the next 3 to 5 years. Right.
You people in your newfangled technology, go on.
But I'm talking not newfangled, man. We're talking about 90s, late 90s here.
I'm saying newfangled.
Yeah, I'm ancient.
Last time I was messing around with all that kind of stuff, I had some virus on the computer and had to learn DOS. And I'm like, oh no, I'm done with this.
I'm saying when NTFS, when Windows NT first came out, yeah, there was still it tried to recompile things on Reboot, but it couldn't get everything. But anyway, I got to spin.
Yeah. All right, Bourbon Engineer. We'll see you later, brother.
All right, I got to spin. I could talk about computers. Whoops. I could talk about computers all night long. Anyway, here we
go. Lori wants to know what the heavens taste like.
Good.
Good is not a descriptor. Well, I guess it is to a degree.
Fritz. All right, here we go.
Congratulations there, Josh.
That is one entry to the bottle.
Very possible there, Orlando.
Oh. All right, so the bottle giveaway is next week. If you're behind on entries or you don't want to have to be present to win, any super chat, super sticker will do. You will get 2 entries for every $1, and you will be entered into the sample giveaway tonight, which is Heaven's Door. 3 different Heaven's Door bourbons.
Not for sure, Lori. You might like it. I mean, you definitely should try some.
Pack Animal, Camel. Maybe Lori could win this sample.
Yep. Exactly.
And if she does, she will get 3 Heaven's Door bourbons.
And that way she can try different ones and see if she would like to buy it.
I'll tell you what, I will personally put a 1, 2, and 3 on the. If you win the samples, I'll put 1, 2, and 3, and that's the order you should try them in.
Yep, you're right, Cindy. I mean, my goodness, I don't know. It's that stuff's all over my head, so.
Discuss.
Oh, we're a family show, but we will accidentally throw in the F-bomb occasionally.
I know.
Typically not too often, but you know.
Where they bleep stuff out, and I'm like, look, YouTube has already fucked us over enough.
Oh yeah,
we can fucking not fucking worry about their fucking way that they fucking pay us, because I can say this fuck times and it doesn't matter because it's an alcohol show.
Yeah, and they've already unsubbed like 1,200 people plus from us for some unknown reason.
Well, no, that was only because when they first did it, they did it kind of like Elon Musk going in with the chainsaw. And they grouped us with tobacco. And that dropped all the subs, right? Because there's people that like, oh, no tobacco. That dropped like 1,200 subs or whatever. 1,100, whatever. Something,
Jeez.
You know. Then they said, oh, no, wait. Tobacco's different. We're going to put alcohol with this other category. But it still left us lower than, and it hurt us overall.
Yeah. Well,
and
looking at this, we're at 2,079. And we were closer to what, 4?
No, we're at 27. No, wait, what are we?
Yeah, 2,790.
Oh yeah, 790 something. Yeah. Oh, we were almost going. We were about to do our 4,000.
That's what I'm saying. And they just
we were planning on doing
threw a bunch of people off.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, YouTube can just kiss my
ass,
taint.
I don't know, just ass. I mean, right now I don't really care because they already like shot us down.
Yeah. Yeah, it's rough of them.
I mean, I really don't care because I am not re-upping StreamYard. I mean, y'all are in on the show right now, like toward the end of the show, because it's not worth it to me. It's just not worth it. I'm not going to pay another $500 for StreamYard for another year. We don't even make that kind of money.
Yep. Exactly. You know, ad revenue and all that other BS. Nah. You know, the little bit that comes in from, super chats, things like that for the samples and stuff, basically pays for the shipping.
That's the only thing keeping us giving
Yeah.
you stuff, giving stuff
Yeah.
away. I mean, that's it.
Boxes, the packaging, shipping, and the bottles we already have, but
Yeah, because I'm losing money now. I mean, we were starting. We got to a point where we were making money like a little bit, and we were. And
yeah,
I
enough to
sent,
buy like a bottle of a month or two.
yeah,
Maybe
and I was,
one bottle every couple of months or something.
but I was
But
sending Mark. Remember when I sent you the cardboard boxes and the bottles, and
yep,
I did it? That's when we were making money, and right after that's when they neutered us, and they cut our
yep,
balls off, right? And
yeah, and
then
then they jacked up the price of StreamYard.
yeah, and then we were in the hole like for 3 months. And so I'm just like, nah, every time I get a little bit ahead, they knock us back down, then nah.
Yep,
Because
that's
I
story of
can't trust
normal.
it. I can't trust it,
2 steps forward and 1 step back.
Yep. And if I can't trust it, I don't want to, why would I want to? I mean, yeah, I enjoy y'all's company. Don't get me
Oh, for
wrong.
sure.
But why would I want to work my ass off to bring this show up here if, whatever.
Yep, serious.
But yeah, I mean, if this was my life's goal, it would be different. But I've got a day job that pays really well. I mean, like I don't want to give that up, and this is not my life's goal. Uh, so either you climb and don't fall, or you kind of do this in your spare time, and they take advantage of you. But
Yep.
I'm just saying right now, YouTube, StreamYard, and all that could have made a shit ton of money slowly over time. They weren't patient enough to let us grow. So they went for the gusto. And now, how many people are just like me that was on the cusp of really starting to build, and you just fucked us? Just fucked us. And now we don't care anymore. We just don't care. Because we're never gonna, and I'm 50 something years old, but turn around twice, I'm 60, so I ain't gonna be, nah.
Exactly. Yeah, we ain't getting no younger, that's for sure.
No.
Cheers, Greg. There's a fantastic human being right there now, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and they will make you give it up if you're not. The thing is, though, I will say this about young. If you're younger, or I don't know, you don't even have to be younger, but just healthier and more dedicated or whatever. If you want to get into this, just pour into it. Don't ease your way into it, because that's what I try to do. It's like, I'm not trying to like go over the top. I'm just trying to build over time. And then we get up here, and then they cut us in half. They literally cut us in half on our income. And we kept promising more and more because we were looking to the future. And then we had to promise less. And that pissed me off more than anything. Not because it was because my word wasn't as good. YouTube and StreamYard made my word go down because I was promising based on the trajectory we were on. And then I had to back off of it. Anyway, I got to spin. Hey, that's enough like Debbie Downer bullshit. Let's spin this thing. We're giving a bottle away next week.
Yep. And when we cut out here, y'all go over and check out Whiskey Nose.
Oh, that's Lori plus one. That's Lori. But and we also draw again, and it's a plus one. So there's already one when I write your name down. Plus one. George Woodcock gets his name down, which is one.
Congratulations, George.
And plus one. Plus one, which means 2. There we go. Now we can just stop bitching about this shit.
Yep, exactly, George. Wigwag. You know, I've made numerous friends on.
Oh man, I'll cherish y'all forever.
Yeah, and it's been a wonderful thing, and it's been great to try, you know, share samples between folks and try new things and try things that I've never seen. You know, and a lot of these people on here have got me into all this scotch. Those bastards.
It just Al Pacino Aka. Yeah. That's an alpaca.
Alpaca. Lots of wool on those things.
Lots of little woolies. Yep.
They're a little pissy, but you know.
Yeah. Kind of cool. Not as bad as our number 1 pick for the night, though.
Oh, it is Wigwag. And that is a positive message, you know. It's interesting to be able to meet people from all over the world on this, you know, on YouTube, basically. And, you know, it's a little annoying that, you know, like I can't share samples really easily with, say, like Peter White or a few other people that are overseas. You know, it's a little harder to share something from, you know, like say Chris Taz over in Australia or, you know, well, I'm going to say overseas stuff. And even Canada for that matter, you know?
Oh yeah.
I can't hardly send samples to Canada or send them a bottle or something like that because, you know, the taxes and, you know, they want to hold it up at, you know, they'll hold it up at the border because of taxes and, you know, this, that, and the other. And, you know, come on.
Now, Lori, yeah, eventually, but I'll tell you what's going to happen. The next, not this coming bottle giveaway, but the next one may be our last one.
Yeah.
And then I'm not going to re-up StreamYard again. And
well, we're still good for the end of the year, though, right?
No, we have until I think I re-upped it in September, October.
Oh, okay.
That's why I don't want to start another bottle giveaway after this next one.
Gotcha.
We'll do the show until we run out of StreamYard, and then. But last year, StreamYard cost me $500. That was half of our annual income. I paid it because they took it out of my account. But that's what started the downfall of I can't give nose and kits away anymore. I can't do any of this because I had my credit card in there already and they just took it. And that was a lot of fucking money.
Yeah, for sure.
We were in the red for 6 months. And then we got back in black, barely. And then we did giveaways and we're back in red again. And then we were back in black. And then I cut I had to cut the giveaways. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I just, I couldn't do it anymore. So
James,
this bottle and the next. It's probably the last show.
Okay. Yeah, James Morgan, I understand, but still it would be nice, to be able to share easier,
Oak and Agave, what's going on?
Hey, buddy. How you doing, brother?
I don't have time.
Cheers.
I don't have time to put all the effort into the show. I work for Allstate. That's this tiny little insurance company you probably never heard of.
No, I've never heard of them.
Yeah. And, Good Hands and all that bullshit. But I don't, I have a day job that takes up a lot of my time. And then, I was willing to do it all before.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. And, well, back then you had it arranged where you had enough time to be able to do that, to set aside the time to be able to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I did. Now,
Now it's a little, your time's a little tighter for sure.
It's getting hectic. Yep.
Mhm.
All right. Well, we're going to spin this one. Now, this is a short one. So,
got you, James.
All right, here we go. We're going to spin this one. All 10 people, good luck. And next week, like after tonight, the deals are set for the next bottle. Jenny B. Congratulations on that entry right there.
Oh, nice. Oh, good agave. Rum and pirates. Well, they just go together hand in hand, don't they?
All right. Last one.
Orlando wants to know if you know Jake from State Farm or Limu Emu.
Nope. Allstate. We're the ones that catch the footballs behind the goal post.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Yeah.
Llama.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Just paste it. It's a La Lamb. This is the last one. So.
Llama. Oh, your last chance to get in on Bourbon Bounty's whiskey giveaway for some of that Heaven's Door if you want to try some of that.
Yep, I'm going to give away 3 Heaven's Doors. Any super chat, super sticker gets you 2 entries for every $1 into the samples tonight and the actual bottle giveaway next week. Mark, tell them about that while I go pee.
All right. Oh, and with his whiskey samples, he polished off one of those bottles, so there's none left of it. So that you're going to get the last 2 ounces of one of those bottles. And then the Still Awesome bottle that you can get next week, not that one for sure, but some of these other bottles, more than likely a Nancy pick because that's what you're going to want. Although you could have now she's putting out a bourbon or a rye pick, so and it's usually 5-year-old now. So let me know, whoever the winner is, if you would want to try the bourbon or the rye, because I could pick up either one. Right now, I have, let me reach under here. This is a bourbon cast strength, but this is an older one of Nancy Pick. This is from March of 2023. Now, you could have that one if you wanted that one. It's fantastic whiskey. Oh, my goodness. That's why I got a backup of that one. But because the other bottle is right about there, it's almost gone. There's about this much left in that bottle. But if you wanted that one, I could throw that one in there. Or if you want, we might be able to work out something else besides a Still Austin Nancy pick. If you wanted, like, say, I don't know, another bottle, something that I could probably find around here that you may not be able to find in your neck of the woods. Because I stumble across stuff like E.H. Taylor's small batch and, different things like that. So it's possible that we could do something like that. But most people want the Still Austin Nancy picks. And a lot of people have gotten the bourbon ones, but I'm telling you, don't hold out on those ryes. There are some really tasty rye. Might change your opinion on a rye.
Yep. Okay, another 5 for this show. Okay, Lori, I'll do a +10 on you. Yep, that will. I'm gonna go make the wheel right now. So Lori's in for another.
Cask strength is what they pull it out of the barrel at, and typically with Still Austin, they tend to proof it in the barrel, like over time, and so a lot of your whiskey that they get it down here, this cask strength, is right around 116 proof, right in that neck of the woods.
Yeah, Lori, I got you in for another one. So yeah, you're in for 20 now for this one. Which even if whether you win the samples tonight or not, you're in for extra next week when we do the bottle.
Yep. Yeah, for the bottle.
Impact.
Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Walla walla bing bang.
But I don't see a lot coming in, so y'all have a good chance. You have a good chance. Fulton, we don't do put me ins anymore. When we got rid of the
couple of months ago
quarterly drawing, we don't do put me ins. It's you win it by spin or you do super chat super secret. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Yep. We stopped doing put me ins last quarter. All right, man. We are here at it. It is right now. We're on the last hashtag LLAM. If you haven't put that in there, that is one entry. If it lands on you, to next week's drawing for the bottle. Still lost in bottle.
Yep.
If that's what you want, or you can pick something different.
Yeah. If you pick something else, it may take a little bit extra to pick that up. Yeah, the still lost, and I'll just drive over there to the distillery and pick you one up. Whatever. Well, it's already in this month. It actually may be a week or so delay because the bottles usually come out right at the very end of the month, very beginning of the next month.
Steam, Fire, and Ice, Cindy, I got you. All right, I'm gonna go add that.
Like these more bourbon. Come on now.
I'm gonna add it to the wheel. I'm gonna add it to the wheel now because I already circled it.
So. No, actually, serious. Like the 116, 118 proof, it does not drink that strong. It drinks closer to like 100 proof, like a bottle and bond. You know, it's odd, but it really does. It doesn't drink at that proof typically.
All right, wheel's good.
Yeah, James. Yeah. You could always add a few drops of water to anything, especially pot distilled stuff like your Scotches and some of your Irish.
I'll tell you. Here's a secret people don't realize. When they have a regular bourbon and maybe a bottled and bond and a cask strength, but let's say you're buying something like out of the ordinary, like they have a bottled and bond on an Old Forester. Let me look right quick because I used to know this. It's the 1897 bottled and bond, and the Statesman came out for that Kingsman movie. You know, the second one where they had the Statesman involved, and it was Old Forester. They sponsored that shit. So Old Forester Statesman is this exact same mash bill as the 1897 bottled and bond, but it's not bottled and bond and it's not as high of a proof. But typically when you find bourbons like that, if you add your own water to it, let's say you were able to get some limestone water from Kentucky and you put that in there and proofed it down, you spent more on the higher proof, but if you add your own limestone water, it costs the same. You're going to get the same volume for the same price. So you're going to spend a little more on the higher proof, but you can add a little water to it and stretch it out. I mean, you can.
Exactly. And
put it over ice.
You can add water to a lot of the higher proof whiskeys and proof it down to where it suits your palate, you know, to where you like it, you know, or just, you know, pour it over ice, you know, if you wanted to do that, or heck, for that matter, mix it with a 7-Up or a Sprite or something like that.
Well,
you know?
I wouldn't. Yeah, well,
hey, you know, some drink of whiskey however you like to drink your whiskey. It don't make no difference to me.
Look, here's the only thing I'll say. If you're going to put Sprite or ginger ale or Coke or whatever in it, just get some cheap shit. Just get Jim Beam.
Yeah,
you know,
get some Beam. You know, your normal 100 proof Ball and Bond Beam, the white label. Yeah, mix that with whatever you want to. It's good. I mean, it's good and neat.
Yep.
But it's also good if you mix it with a Coke or a Sprite or lemonade.
All right, here we go. We're gonna spin the last one.
Use Traveler. There you go. $35
Traveler. Yeah.
Bottle there.
All right. Good luck, everybody. This is for one entry to next week's bottle drawing.
All right, and then we're gonna spin to see who wins.
Wait,
Jimmy again.
Jimmy is a +1. Hang on, I got to draw again.
Yeah, true, sirs. I mean, but if you buy the lower proof whiskey, you usually have less taste to it.
Sugar Kitty.
There we go. About time Sugar Kitty won one. My goodness.
All right, that's one entry right there. Now.
Yeah, serious. If you buy the higher proof, I typically don't like them with added water to them, but a few of the scotches that I've had, a couple of drops of water to the higher proof scotches really mellows it out. It makes it really tasty.
Right, but what I was saying is though, like I'm talking about middle of the road shit that comes out that has like, okay, here's an example: Maker's Mark, and then Maker's Mark Cask Strength. Okay,
gotcha.
Maker's Mark is nothing to write home about. I mean, it is a solid bourbon.
Yeah, good Kentucky bourbon.
It is a great Kentucky bourbon, not like knock your socks off, set your shoes on fire, anything like that.
No.
Their Cask Strength is nothing to write home about. It's great. It's awesome. It's a good, solid staple. But if you buy their Cask Strength and add water to it and proof it down to the regular, you're going to pay the same for volume, just about, and you're going to get the same damn flavor. So if you want something in between their regular and their Cask Strength, then get the Cask Strength and proof it down to where you want it, because you're never going to get that. They're not going to offer the 117 or the 112. They're going to offer what they offer.
Yeah.
But you're going to get the same type of volume out of
it. The thing with the higher proof stuff is typically there's more flavors. You're going to pick up more flavors, more nose, more palate, in the higher proof stuff versus the lower proof stuff, because it's more like, for everybody, everybody can try this, 100 proof stuff. Now, everybody's not going to try the 120, 115 proof stuff. So you can get that and then proof it down to what suits you. All
right. We have a good wheel. My alarm's going off. We're about to spin this thing. This is for the samples tonight. But if you do not win the samples tonight, just remember you're still in for the bottle next week. And spin.
Shuffle, and spinning.
I don't even count. I just shuffle and spin. Samples tonight goes to...
Top Dog.
Hey, you know what, Lori? I'm gonna talk to Top Dog. I'll talk to boy, that was close. That was so close. And Top Dog has won a lot here lately. We'll see. Maybe willing to share a little. Maybe. We'll see. Because Lori's having a hard time here. But no problem, man. Hey, we're gonna have some discussions. Yeah. And you know what? If nothing else, I'm gonna send Lori something for that, because that was damn near Lori right there. Yeah. I'm gonna send Lori something. So yeah. That was close. That was so close. And then we got the bottle next week, though.
But, like I posted earlier, y'all, Marty's Whiskey Nose is on right now, sipping on some wild turkey. So if y'all want to, head out from here, head over there, because I'm probably going to.
I'm telling you right now, I am so baked right now. Like, gosh, this is only my third glass.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have some big old healthy pours there
Well,
too.
yeah, but dude, I'm used to drinking like 6 on here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Got you there, Kwani.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Little hint of slurred speech. Man, I'm getting there, dude. I'm getting there. I'm
Yeah,
telling you
maybe
right
just a
now.
smidge.
A smidge. I'm at that point now, though, that if you tell me I have it, I can undo it
Uh-huh.
right now. Like I'm
Yeah.
at that tipping point, but you let me get another 30 minutes in and I can't undo it anymore.
Yep.
You know. Anyway,
And
guys,
the
hey,
few pours in.
I hope y'all had fun. Next week's the bottle giveaway. Be here next week, and we're out of here.
Peace, love, and whiskey, y'all. Cheers.
Cheers.